Alright, I'm finally back home and we are picking up on issue 3. I couldn't get a new video out at the time as I was at TFcon. Yeah, I really didn't tell anyone, but yeah, it was cool. Got some really cool stuff. Got to meet Peter Cullen and other G1 VAs like Paul Eating. I got to meet Michael Charles Hill, one of the writers for the G1 cartoon. It's a really cool experience. Definitely going next year. And I will definitely have to bring more money with me. Anyways, we were picking up on issue 3, and this picks up right after the events of issue 2, and you see Carly freaking out as she just learned that Davey, her dad, was killed by Starscream, which, you know, we knew that back in issue 1, but as she is freaking out, we see Sparkplug start to comfort her and asking if it was a robot that killed her dad, the, you know, red and gray one, Starscream. And as Carly's asking all this, Sparkplug starts to freak out because he's wondering how does she know about the robots, and then he starts to ask if Spike is okay in them. And as all that's going down, we see Laserbeak break into the house and start to attack Carly and Sparkplug, which is really crazy. We knew that Laserbeak was tracking Carly, and to see Laserbeak just come into the house like that is just really crazy. But we do end up seeing Cliffjumper come in and save the day. And you know, Cliffjumper being Cliffjumper and his luck, when he tells Carly that he was following her and saying that he was making sure that she was okay, we see Sparkplug just shoot him with the face with a shotgun. And this is just so funny to me because seeing this type of interaction with humans and just seeing, you know, Cliffjumper get blasted in the face with a shotgun is actually just amazing. He didn't even think twice, it just blam, shot him. And while Cliffjumper gets knocked down, Sparkplug grabs Carly and they drive off, even though Cliffjumper is a good guy. And we know Cliffjumper is not after them. We then pick back up at the arc with Starscream and Soundwave, and it turns out the energy that they were harvesting from the power plant wasn't enough energy to fully bring back their Cybertronian technology. And because of this, Starscream gets super pissed, and just like any bad leader, Starscream lashes out on Soundwave as Soundwave mentions Megatron, and you know Starscream once again gets all mad and upsetty spaghetti hearing Megatron's name. But out of that interaction, Soundwave brings up how Laserbeak found an Autobot signature, and Starscream sends out Skywarp to check it out. We shift back to Carly and Sparkplug as they go to the bar that we saw in issue 1 for some extra help, as the internet is down and any sort of technology in the city is down due to Decepticons jamming everything. So they really are just working with what they got. And we see Sparkplug go to the bar, and we see him and other people at the bar squad up as they are ready to go on the attack in case Decepticons or any sort of other Transformer comes their way. And I say that because Carly tells Sparkplug that Cliffjumper is one of the ones that Spike and her spoke to and are the good ones. And Sparkplug responds to her and says, "I've been in war, Carly. It doesn't matter whose team they're on or what glorious cause they fight for. When the shooting starts, people die," which is a good point, and we'll come back to that in a second later. But I mean, come on, man. You guys are outsized, outgunned, and outclassed. And we see that in the next page as we see Cliffjumper come back to saying how, you know, maybe we might have gone off on the wrong foot, and starts to apologize. And before he could even finish that sentence, we see Sparkplug once again started blasting on Cliffjumper. He literally wasted no time. And we see Cliffjumper just say, "What the heck," again. As I mean, this hurts Cliffjumper, but it's not like something's gonna like actually put him down. I mean, the LMG is gonna hurt, but it's nothing crazy. Before anything else with that interaction goes down, we see as it gets even more escalated as we see Skywarp enter the scene. And remember when I said they were outgunned, outclassed, and outsized? Yeah, this is what I meant. And the rest of this issue really is just action. We see that when Skywarp starts to cause a havoc, just kicking around the guys from the bar, sucker punching Cliffjumper. It is not his day. And we see all this going down. We see Robo Jesus himself, Optimus, driving with Spike going downtown as they see Skywarp, and they start to double time it to his location to stop him. Next page, we see Skywarp just throwing cars and kicking people from the bar around and commenting on how Starscream was right. It is a total blast, and we see Cliffjumper on the floor after taking a beating from Skywarp. And what we might think is the final moments from Cliffjumper, as Skywarp says, "Prepare for the black insect." And we see Carly step in, telling Skywarp not to kill him, as Skywarp laughs and saying, "What are you trying to do, protect him?" And we see Optimus just rush into battle, and dude, we see him take down Skywarp. And Optimus Prime transforms, getting ready to fight Skywarp, and he tells Spike to get to cover. Both of them start to trade blows, and dude, okay, so if you didn't know, Skywarp is one of the main seekers in the Transformers, and his core ability is to be able to teleport from point A to point B, just a simple teleportation ability. And we saw that first in the G1 cartoon, and the way Daniel Warren Johnson uses Skywarp's ability is so cool here, man. He basically opens up like a rift of sorts and is able to send his arm, or I guess anything else, through the rift. So it's more like he's sending a portal to another point A and point B instead of just sending himself from point A to point B. It is really cool. And we see Skywarp just straight up grab Optimus from the back of his head and just slam him on the freaking floor as Skywarp takes the upper edge in this fight. And we start to see Optimus charge up his hand. And dude, if you don't already know, sit down. Let me tell you something. We see Optimus charge up his hand and picks up Skywarp and basically rock bottoms him. But we see Optimus charge up his hand in Foley, and we see the infamous Energon axe. And dude, the art here is amazing. It is freaking amazing. We see Optimus Prime drop one of the most rawest lines ever by saying, "You fought hard, Skywarp. Let us be done now." But unfortunately, before we see Optimus and Skywarp, the group from the bar launch an RPG on Optimus's arm, and then Skywarp shoots Optimus' arm, resulting in Optimus losing his right arm and his really cool axe, which sucks. So Optimus gets knocked down, and Skywarp and the idiots from the bar start to shoot Optimus, and we see Spike run in to save Optimus, and Spike gets shot from the crossfire. Optimus and Sparkplug both freak out, and Sparkplug tells everyone from the bar to stop shooting. And while this is happening, you see Skywarp mock Optimus and say, "First him, now you." And before Skywarp even finishes that sentence, we see Optimus tackle Skywarp. And this is when Optimus reaches a snapping point, and he says, "Your kind has played enough with this planet." And he just rips his arm off and uses it as a weapon, man. This is so freaking metal. This whole issue is so metal, and I just love it, dude. Optimus uses his arm as a flail and just starts to just beat the living crap out of Skywarp, using his arm as a weapon, picking him up and throwing him down, and the fight is officially finished as Optimus is the victor of this fight. But with this victory, it did come at a cost, as we do see Spike on the floor bleeding out. And when we see this, it shows the deer that Optimus stepped on back in the beginning of issue 2, and Optimus starts to get really upset and distraught, and we see Optimus pick up Spike, and as Sparkplug freaks out, telling Optimus, "What are you doing? Give me my son back," we see Optimus offer to take Sparkplug with him as well, as they are going to go and try and save Spike. And that's where this issue ends, man. Oh man, the action in this issue is so freaking cool, man. I can't wait to read issue 4. I am trying my best to get this out ASAP and get caught up, as being at TFcon this past weekend and being sick all last week really threw a wrench in everything. But I do know, I think issue 6 came out, which is like the first thing where volume 1 is done with these comics. So I'm trying my best to get caught up. So make sure you guys be on the lookout for that, and make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you guys like this type of content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, later.